My name's Deb Polson. The project I'm talking about today is Cipher Cities, which is an online authoring tool for people to be able to make street games anywhere, in any time. The particular research was concepts about public access to cultural activities like parks and streets and museums. How can we sort of break the rules of public space that are really just hereditary? So a lot of the games would be supported by these sorts of spaces in order to encourage people to see these spaces in particular ways as kind of a muse and a stage for their own creative acts. And it was also around this promise of networks and mobile technologies. This was in response to that as well, to actually sort of test some of those assumptions about what people are prepared to do with mobile and web technologies in place, and what they can do, and how does that relate to the actual cultural activities and cultural behaviours and not just social ones. So how are they doing co-creative acts together? At the time we started making Cipher Cities, there are a number of people experimenting with this great new opportunity available to them with mobile phones and GPS systems, like the Pac-Manhattan game. There was also Blast Theory, GeoQuest in France. A lot of these were a designer's interpretation of the place. It was more important to me in the beginning to look for a way for people to be able to create their own experiences using mobile phones. So I saw a mobile phone as not just something that delivered content on site, but was a tool to actually draw content from site as well. So how do we use it as a building tool as well as a delivery tool? One of the tricky things about working with new technologies is they're not new for long. We used the most common and most available tools of a mobile being SMS and now web access, that's still a model that can be used and that people in rural areas and remote areas could still use. We've also built a web mobile application for it as well, so people can access it in different ways. And really the technology was just a sort of choosing a platform that was the most sustainable. We first started to introduce the Cipher engine through some existing online communities such as the Geocaching community and organisations such as AFTRS and Blast Theory, a UK organisation. We also did a lot of festivals such as the Electro Fringe Festival in Newcastle. Our focus was sort of young, creative, people interested in sharing their unique stories of place. And it was just so surprising to see different people's reactions. Everyone sees place from a particular perspective, and this was a way for them to give their version of their own neighbourhood.